The Tech Disruptors podcast is brought to you by the Average Dad Tech Store and Stellar Data Recovery.
My left video just went viral.
Sound the alarm, roll out the red carpet. You can call me the winner or don't even try to call it. Against all odds, I bullseye every target, but they should have seen us coming. Don't they know what they started? Oh, this what I'm on. When I'm in my zone, I can't do no wrong. We gon' need to make room on the throne for a brand new champion, 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 a brand new champion.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tech Disruptors podcast. My name is Darren, and my regular co-host is...
This is Jason.
And joining us, it's been a long time since we've had the man and the myth and the legend, Android Stud. Welcome, buddy. How are you doing?
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. It's great to join the show.
Now, Android Stud has been on our show, I think, a couple of times previously, but he was all gung-ho this week to come on because he really wants to talk about Apple. He can't wait. There we go. Yep. Yes.
He hung on to it.
Too here.
Okay.
I've got mine too here.
That's the only thin phone I got.
Sorry. Yeah. I think we're going to have a lot of comparisons of these thin phones this week. But for those of you who don't know who we are the Tech Disruptors. Every week we bring you the latest and greatest tech stories, reviews, and just general chaos of the tech world. Now, Android Stud says last time you were on, we'll start with you. What have you been up to, buddy? What's new?
Oh, man, just enjoying tech. There's so many phones that come out all the time. So now it's the iPhone, before that Pixel, the Fold 7. I don't know. I think I'm going to go broke here trying to buy all these devices on my own. I need a sponsorship deal or something with Nike so I can keep it rolling.
Well, listen, if you get one, let us know because we'd love to get one too. Jason and I are doing this out of the goodness of our hearts, but we love it. So there's nothing wrong with that. Now, let me ask you a quick question here because this is, it's been a while since we've had you on, and this has become a very popular question among our followers on Spotify, especially. What is your favorite smartphone of all time?
Man,
now, I know. Tough question. No, let me preface this by saying when you think of this device, this is the one that you long for. You wholeheartedly wish you could go back to that.
We already know the answer to that. That's his iPhone Air.
That's a tough question because there's a lot. I was watching a movie the other day, and I guess it must have been an old movie or series, and he was using a Nexus 4.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Not the Pixel 4. The Nexus 4,
yeah.
I think that was only on Sprint at the time.
Was that the one with the wireless charging?
I don't know if it had wireless charging, but it had like the little, remember they used to have the little light in the front when you would have a message?
Yes, yeah. Notification light, yes.
Yeah, the notification light. Man, all the Pixels I've loved. I think I do love the Pixel 4 XL, the Panda one, or the the white with the orange trim. The Pixel 2 XL, the Panda was exciting. But if I had to
argue, sorry, before I cut you, I just don't mean to cut you off. I would argue that for a lot of people that have used Pixels, the Pixel 2 XL holds a special place in people's hearts because I think that was the one that solidified Google as a camera, juggernaut, I guess we'll call them.
Yeah, if it didn't have the washed out display, it would have been a perfect device. It was honestly the most annoying thing ever.
Yep.
But yeah, I guess if, I'm not going to go Google. I'm not going to go BlackBerry. I'm not going to go Windows, although I did love the Windows time. I have to go with the M8, HTC M8.
So you are one of many people we've had on this show that have mentioned the HTC One M8. I think you might be the third or fourth person now that we've asked that question to that have given the same answer. Yes. Back in the
speaking of the Nexus 4, though, that is the one with the translucent back. It had that shiny. They had a wireless. Yeah. They had a wireless puck in that, I believe.
Man, it was
one.
Before
my buddy had that phone, but I couldn't get it because it was, I think at the time it was only on Sprint or something like that. And
can't remember.
Yeah, I mean, I have a funny story about the M8. I remember when I got the M8, I just started dating my wife. and you know how we are. We change phones, and
Yeah.
in the process of changing phones, people call you and stuff. So
Yeah.
I try to do that stuff at night, but I was so excited. I didn't have a channel at the time. I was so excited that I was like, well, let me just switch over now before I go to the gym. And I was going there to meet her, and she was calling me. And I finally get to the gym, and she's like, what's your deal, bro? I've been trying to text you. Where are you? And everything. And I was like, oh, babe, I'm sorry, man. It's just, she goes, don't you have the HTC One or
Yeah.
M8, and you can't answer the phone? I'll never forget that. It was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, there's never the phone though. It's always the next phone and the next phone.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a hot rod. They say a hot rod's you're never done. If you own a hot rod, you're always constantly working on it. It's like phones and tech with us. You always work on to the next thing. That's why it's so hard nowadays with how boring slap phones can be.
Yeah.
That we're making phones super thin. You guys remember the SNL? Will Ferrell, when he had the tiny little phone, he's like,
yes, the truth here. Yes, when they used to get smaller and then they got massively bigger. Yeah. So let's jump right in. So you picked up the iPhone Air. I think a lot of people picked up their iPhone Air this week.
I disagree.
No, Jason did, and he got the S24.
He went against the grain.
He went against the grain.
I don't think a whole lot of people bought the Air. I really don't, but we'll see.
Okay, so I have mine just actually up behind me here on the other shelf, but I have the Air as well. So you have the black, I have the white variants. Now, I just got mine today, so I literally spent most of the day just setting it up and getting shit organized the way I like it. Haven't had an iPhone for 2 years. So this is the first time in 2 years. Yeah, there you go. So, okay, I'm going to ask... I'm going to ask you... Yeah, that's a vomiting sound. That's going to trigger all our Spotify listeners right there. That's okay. Yeah. So let me ask you right off the cuff. So first impressions when you unboxed it, what was your first gut reaction?
It was when I first, I unboxed the Edge, so I was kind of already knew what I was anticipating, but it was interesting to unbox the iPhone this thin. And it was impressive. It's an impressive piece of technology when you first do open it and you hold it. It's super thin. I've been using a case, and it's the opposite of what everybody's like, oh, don't put a case. It defeats the whole purpose of having the iPhone Air. But for me, I needed it to be a little more grippy, it's hard to, it's great to text with. I will say that, like text messages and emails. If you're taking notes or stuff like that, it's fantastic for that. And I found the Edge was the same way, where it was enjoyable to type. And sometimes when you're like, I don't know, phones, sometimes they can get a little heavy. It's not like, it could be like my Pixel, which one is this? The Pixel 10 Pro XL. Mm-hmm. It has like is this subcase? Yeah, sorry. Subcase, big case, very, and it's heavy. So when I go to the Air, I'm like, oh, this is kind of nice, So it was pretty impressive when I first grabbed it. I mean, it's all screen.
Hold on. He said when he first grabbed it, but
I'll talk about the shortcomings later in the show, but it was impressive when I first opened it and unboxed it. But there are some things about it that I love. There's some things about it that I don't like.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, it was impressive. I mean, it's a
good looking phone. It's a
good looking phone.
The Edge is ugly. I will say that. I shouldn't say ugly. It's not.
It's just it's monolithic. It's just it looks like a phone.
I understand. I understand why thin phones can be kind of cool at first.
Yes.
My biggest concern before buying the Edge, and the only reason why I bought the Edge, even though it's been out for a while, is $699, brand new, unlocked. And I think, and I know Andrew, me and you had a conversation online where, like, if the iPhone Air was $799, maybe even $899, but $1,000 for one camera, smaller battery. I understand it's an iPhone; it'll work great. Yeah, I just think, and I'm not saying the Edge is better, but I like having that wide, the ultra wide. Is it great? Probably not as good as the ultra, but you have the option at least.
Right.
I know Apple's touting 18 cameras in one, bull crap. It's just a lens in there cropping in. I mean, the biggest thing is probably the selfie camera being square now, where you can kind of not have to move. But I don't even know. I don't know. I don't want to get negative about it.
I know. Yeah.
I think the S25 Edge typing is amazing. Typing is amazing. It's thin, so you can hold that thing so
grippy,
easily.
yeah. I know.
I bought a case, a real cheap thin case with the MagSafe because Samsung was so smart at offering MagSafe only if you had a case. But anyways, I do like it. I did know the battery does not last as long, but it's my secondary device, and I'll be honest, I had it off the charger all day, and I think by the time I went to bed, I was at 75%. But I wasn't really using it a whole lot either.
Yeah.
Right.
So I got mine today, the white version you see up on screen right now. First impressions are good. They're really, really good for the iPhone Air. Like any of you have used an iPhone that are listening right now, it doesn't feel like any other phone previously. It doesn't compare. It feels like something new. I've had every iPhone along the way. I thought it was going to feel a little bit like the iPhone 10, but it doesn't feel like that either. It is strange. It is a weird contradiction for those of you who've never held something so thin before. But so
my bad.
But I will say, okay, this has got nothing to do with the device itself. The minute I unboxed the phone and had it in my hand and started setting it up, there was just a littlest tinge of regret. And that's got a lot to do with iOS 26.
Oh,
okay?
We need a sound effects board.
Yeah.
Hot take.
Like that's what it should be. I'm not a fan. I haven't used an iPhone for a couple of years as a daily driver. I have been setting up my wife's and my son's and all of that, and I've played around, but I never downloaded the betas or anything either of the new OS. It's fucking stupid.
iOS used to be the simple choice. Remember, we used to recommend it to everyone because it's so easy. But I think One UI, I think is very complicated. One UI 8, it's nice, but it's complicated. But that's I give it a pass because Android's always known to be a little more, except for Pixel phones.
Yeah.
I think iOS it's boring, but it's complicated.
Yeah.
And that's what's holding me back from buying a new iPhone. Yeah, the new iPhones, all of them all look a little different this year.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I want iOS again. I'm not locked in,
The glass, I know we haven't talked about this, and I know this has been out for a while now, but we haven't had a chance to talk about this on the show. I just don't think it looks good. And I'm not the only one. So it's funny. Because when I first opened the box, I started going, okay, I wonder if anyone else is thinking what I'm thinking. And I stumbled across this article on the website TechSpot, and a lot of people are talking about two things. And I did notice this the minute I set it up. The animations are sluggish. And I'm coming from a Z Fold 7. I'm coming from a Pixel 10 Pro XL, and they're still fucking sluggish.
You know why?
Why?
Well, you have the Air. And it's overheating, so it's throttling. No,
come on.
Jeez.
No, I've heard iOS is causing, especially when phones being upgraded to it, like yours probably had it out of the box, that they're having battery life issues. Like it's draining battery. But I mean, you're going to have that with any phone. I mean, most companies go through that stuff. So
I think for me, so a lot of the liquid glass looks nice. I'm not going to complain about the design. But the problem is a lot of the elements you need to engage with, like search bars and buttons, are also that liquid glass format, and they're hard to see. So I'll give you an example. You go to the App Store and you go to the search function. The search function's at the bottom in this translucent glass.
Right.
You have to click on to type in the app you're looking for. I would never look there. I would look at the top of the screen.
Well, I think that's an Android thing. I think Apple tends to put a lot of stuff at the bottom, like in Chrome and stuff. Yeah. I think that's more, for us, it'd be different. And that's one big hurdle. It's like the universal back button. They don't have one, that kind of stuff.
So I think for me, the regret doesn't come from the device. And, we'll talk
so Darren, let me ask you this. If you had the iPhone Air with all of its specs and it was running Pixel
Android,
any version of Android, not necessarily One UI, but a version of Android that you prefer, maybe Vivo's or Pixel.
It would be game over, dude. I mean that seriously. The build quality, the hardware is absolutely incredible.
Okay,
and Apple deserves all the credit they can for this device. They're not going to sell a ton of them, I don't think. They might if people are looking for something different, especially loyalists.
I don't. I think people buying the Air, it's like people who bought the Mini. Like everyone touted the 13 and 12 Mini were like the best phones ever, and then the Asus Zenfone small that MKB was like best phone. What happened to mini phones? They didn't sell. I just don't think thin phones are going to be the answer to what we're looking for.
Yeah, when I was at the Apple store yesterday, the one thing that I did find interesting is that a lot of people were gravitating towards the Air and holding it, taking a look at it, and they were intrigued by it.
Yeah. But were they buying it?
And here's the thing, and I wanted to just tell them, know that it doesn't have 3 cameras, that it doesn't have 2 speakers, but like try to explain to somebody in Miami stuff about a phone is like talking to a brick wall. But they are just grabbing the phone and just by feel are going to get it, and then when they get home, they're going to realize that their 16 Pro Max had all this other stuff.
Yep.
Okay. That the iPhone Air comes short.
How much is the Air? $999 in the US?
$999, yeah.
And how much is the base Pro? $1099?
$1099.
I don't know. I think it's a better value proposition.
Oh, 100%.
Because the 17 Pro looks better. I mean, I shouldn't say it looks better. It looks different. You know how Apple has been. They kept the same camera layout. So people don't really know if you've upgraded. But now people are going to know, hey, I got the older version because I don't have that visor look. Right. I think what you said, the Air is something different. And they've got the cachet. Like Apple has that cachet where, hey, we released a new, like the Vision Pro. We all got to go check it out.
Yeah, I guess my question with how good the regular 17 is this year, it's $799. Why would you get the Air?
True,
exactly.
Air for $200 give you over the regular 17 when the regular 17 has the 120 hertz? It's got 2 cameras. It's got, I mean, it's a little smaller. I guess it's 6.3, right?
It doesn't have the Pro processor, but I think with the throttling as it gets heated up, I think you're going to have the same performance.
Yeah,
well. I mean, the Air has 5 cores versus the Pro has 6. So I don't know how many cores the 17 has.
I'm sure it's got the same as.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
And maybe it has 4. I don't know. You'd have to look that up. But I know that for me, I would probably get a smaller screen. But if you're just a regular person looking for a phone, I would definitely get just a base iPhone 17. I think it's
most consumers are going to. They're going to avoid the Air. I shouldn't say avoid it. They're going to try it, but they're not going to buy it. That's my opinion. I could be wrong.
I was thinking about this today. So the last time that Apple had a single camera device, I believe it was the iPhone XR off the top of my head.
I have the XR.
Yes. Yeah. Now, so I look at it this way, right? I know that was 10 years ago or whatever ago. People got by then. And there were no complaints.
Listen, and most people will be able. I had to put a little thickness on my Air just so I can get that feel. But most people are going to get away with this camera. I took some video yesterday and took pictures with it yesterday, and it doesn't have like that ability when you open up an iPhone 17 Pro or Pro Max, where you have like the 5 lenses right out the gate when you open the phone. But you can't get by with it for most things, and most people will. I think techies like us are so accustomed to having all these cameras that
Yeah, but again, you can get by with one lens, but why do you want to? Why wouldn't you want a dedicated zoom?
It's true. It's true.
I mean,
the wide angle. I would prefer a wide angle. Because you could just zoom in with your finger. You want
to know what the way I could see this working out for Apple? Replace that one camera with a 1-inch sensor and have a 4 times crop on the 1-inch sensor.
Yeah, but that phone wouldn't be the same price. They jack it up another $200.
Look, it's the new Google Thin phone.
Well, if you think about, and
you
on
just triggered a lot of people with what you're doing right there.
And here's the other flip side of that: the battery they sell for the iPhone Air, that MagSafe battery, that's like what, $100 or whatever it is. It actually fits perfectly on the Pixel 10 Pro,
which is very funny.
No, this one.
Yeah. I haven't opened mine yet. I got one too. I didn't open it yet.
I didn't open it either.
I know that the Samsung doesn't have MagSafe built in. So I don't think they marketed an extra battery, did they? When they released theirs.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, they didn't, and they probably missed the boat on that one because Apple Apple did. Apple's selling a bunch of those because people are probably buying it with the
yeah,
phone
but you
like
think
we
about
did.
it. You just paid $1,000 for a really thin
Okay,
phone.
you get the Pro. No, you spend.
Then you spend $100 to get
That's
the
the
battery.
Pro.
Yeah,
That's the
well,
Pro.
no, it's still not good as a Pro because you only have one camera.
No, I'm
and
saying you're spending the money of the Pro. You might as well get the
exactly.
Pro.
Yeah, you get that cool orange color that scratches up really easily.
Oh yeah, Scratchgate.
Now, speaking of that, thank you for the segue there, Jason.
You're welcome.
Some
You're welcome.
Good podcasting skills there. I actually want to talk about Everything Apple Pro. So if you don't know Everything Apple Pro, he is a veteran in the YouTube space, and he basically does like torture tests on iPhones. Now, you know what's funny? So
What does this channel focus on? I'm
iPhone?
kidding. I'm totally kidding.
I want to show you this part of his video here. So he puts all three devices in an industrial oven, if you will.
Why?
Now, the premise here is to see which one will overheat first.
Okay.
The Air lasts the longest. Watch this.
It's the most indestructible. That's probably why.
Titanium too. Yeah.
Yeah, titanium sides.
It's
Titanium.
Yeah, and so you can say 161 degrees Fahrenheit or something. So the iPhone Pro Max dicks out first.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why do we need to know this?
Well,
when are you ever going to have a phone shoved into it?
Well, a lot of people are talking about thermals with the iPhone.
Yeah.
And, this video right here, you can see right now, it's still going, even though the other two crapped out. Now, there's this big talk online about this fucking vapor chamber that the Pro Max and Pro has. But here's the interesting thing. Vapor chambers only work if you have airflow. But yet, the iPhone Air doesn't have one, and it lasts considerably longer, about a good 30 seconds, if I remember right. I don't remember how long it goes for before it conks out. But it's still going even long after these other ones have kind of like crapped the bed.
Right.
Right?
Well,
so
I think of is like the Pro and Pro Max have more items inside the phone, like more camera lenses, more battery, and probably just more crowdedness overall. And I guess that would maybe cause things to heat up faster. I mean, the Air has nothing. I mean, it's super thin. Maybe
wasn't titanium marketed last year as being super cool, as not like cool to look at. I mean, like cool to the touch.
Titanium, as we all know, is pretty strong. But like they said, and people have said in the past, titanium does not dissipate heat as well as aluminum does. So Apple was smart to going back to aluminum, I think, for the other ones because heat's always been a problem. But I don't know. I know you and a couple guys. We're in a group. We chat a lot on, and I think it's a lot of people who like the iPhone Air. I'm just not buying into it being either one innovation or being a big seller yet. Because I know Samsung knew they were going to come out with a thin phone, so they released the S25 Edge. It may not be as technologically advanced, but it's still a thin phone. And I still don't, even with the price I paid for it, which was much less, I don't know if it's worth it.
Now, listen, I just hope that this doesn't start a fucking trend in Android phones of making Android phones shitty fucking thin.
Have you seen
crappy battery?
Have you seen was it the Infinix? Not Infinix. I saw some guy, they released a $200 thin phone, like the Prova or something.
Yeah,
it is. Oh my, it has like a Big Hero 6 like visor that like lights up. And I thought, well, $200, this is amazing. And then they started listing some of the specs. I'm like, that processor probably is. But
it's
this
Techno,
is what I'm saying,
isn't it? It's Techno Povo, I think it's called.
Yeah, Techno. That's what it was. That was the company. My thing is, if a $200 phone can be super thin, is it really innovation? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, and I'm not saying it's not innovation because Apple did it. I just don't think that slab phones are exciting, and we're all grabbing for something. Companies just, hey, let's make something to see what sticks. And I don't know if the thin is it.
Do you know what I'm curious about? And I was thinking about this when I was playing with the device today. If they got rid of that fucking camera button, how much more battery could we squeeze into that iPhone?
Is there still? Is they still? I didn't watch the whole.
Still there?
Yeah, that's a camera button still.
And any of you guys have the 16?
No.
I had a 16 Pro Max.
Yeah.
So do you use the camera button at all on yours?
No.
I've never used mine. I
use it a little bit. I use it a little bit because the Vivo had it, remember?
Yeah, and I know most people don't. Most people who have the iPhone 16 don't use the camera button.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the Pixel has the temperature sensor.
Yeah, no one's. Son, put your finger on my phone. Let me see if you can go to school. I mean, it's the stupidest thing ever.
I mean, listen, that was born out of the age of COVID. So, Google they were ahead of the game. They were like, oh, maybe this shit's going to be around longer than we think. And then
exactly.
They released a phone, it was over. As always the case. But speaking of phones, just while we're on the topic. So
hold on. I do want to bring up one more thing. I know it's not a new phone. So we were talking about this, the iPhone Air being whatever price is, $1,000. Yeah. Then recently reduced. Now I think it's only on Amazon where the S25 Edge is $699. I don't know how long it's going to last. But I got an email from Nothing. So we know Nothing was in some deep shit with using stock photos on their website for the phone. It was a decent phone, but the Gen S4 or 4S, whatever, just isn't it. It's better than the Tensor, but not by much. But they sent me an email. If you're a current owner of a Nothing Phone 1, which is no longer supported by them, or a Nothing Phone 2, you go to their website, you enter your IMEI of either one of those phones, your email address, and they knock off $300 instantly, making it a $500 phone.
Pretty good.
You don't have to trade in your old device. You can still keep it. So, I mean, with all these options, I know the iPhone's got iOS. I know it's thin and whatever, but for $500 is which that phone should have came out with to begin with. It's a tough sell out there for a thin phone for $1,000. The Nothing Phone has 3 lenses. It's got all the stuff that you would expect. It's even got that cool glyph matrix that we're all excited about.
That we're all obsessed with, that every phone is going to adopt. Not going to happen. That fucking thing is stupid.
It's got spin the bottle. What are you talking about? Rochambeau
Jason was playing spin the bottle with himself. It was. Weird.
And I kept losing. It was really bad.
He played spin the bottle, and it was pointed at different phones, and wherever it stopped, that's what he bought.
That's what.
I got stuck with the S25 Edge. Is what happened.
We all lost on that one. Now, speaking of devices, so Jason sent me this earlier this week. So Xiaomi, Xiaomi makes me laugh because as soon as an iPhone releases, they're coming right out the gate with their next release. That's exactly
and they start trolling them. Yeah, it's funny.
So they're bringing back a feature which I really fucking hope they didn't bring back. So you may remember in the Xiaomi...
I remember Mr. Who's the Boss did that phone.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yep.
The Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra had a screen on the back, and it was the dumbest fucking thing you could have on a phone.
Dumb.
And I mean that. I'm not underselling that. It was ridiculous.
Okay, but here's my thing. This is why I don't like flip phones, because the outside screen, I don't care how big they make it, it's not a full-fledged screen. This reminds me of a flip phone, which... In terms of the last Xiaomi, this is probably going to be a hell of a lot more useful than the last one. But isn't there another? What was that? Unihertz Titan 2.
Yeah.
They have that thing is like a BlackBerry with a screen on the back.
Why? Okay, so
it's only got 2 lenses. Only 2 lenses.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not a lens race, but
I mean, they skipped, they skipped the 16 Xiaomi because I think that's an unlucky number, allegedly. But, this is what they're pushing here, right? So
it looks cool, though. I always say that photo looks cool.
The render looks amazing.
Yeah.
But it's going to be called the Magic.
That would have really killed it.
Yes.
What was that?
They would have made that orange instead of green. They would have really trolled.
Oh, that's exactly right.
I didn't think about that.
Now, but I think they're trolling Pixel here. Because they're calling it the Magic Back Screen, like Google's Magic Capsule.
Q. Yeah, Magic Q.
Magic Q, sorry, thank you. So, I mean, Xiaomi, listen, I know you're a Apple copycat for a large part. A lot of your UI is inspired by Apple. Okay, we get it. You dig it. Cool.
But Xiaomi's huge overseas, Darren. They're not a small company.
Is this what we want? Is this what we really want from a phone?
And their phones are pretty good without.
Yeah.
I will say people in China
decent.
Probably want this.
Probably.
I mean,
here's my thing. I read something else. They invested a ton of money to make this screen better than it ever was.
Yeah.
My thing is, did you spend the extra money and take away the third camera for a screen?
That's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did.
I know we talk about you can get away with one lens, but a wide angle, a main, and then a periscope zoom or whatever would have been. This isn't the Ultra though. This is just the 17 Pro, right?
Yeah, this is a 17/17 Pro that's coming. Now the other interesting part of all of this is Jason has pre-ordered this device. We now have some more information about the Trump phone, the T1, as I think it's still called.
I think everybody's gonna want that phone because it looks like what the iPhone 17 should have looked like.
Should have looked like, yes.
So we had a comment. There was a post at DxO where the iPhone just edged out the 10 Pro and the Vivo X200 Ultra, which is a crock of shit because the Vivo X200 is probably the best camera phone ever. But people are starting to say, hey, iPhone's probably paying, Samsung, Google probably pay DxO to get a couple bumps up in points. Trump needs to call DxO right now.
Oh, if he
and he needs to pay them a ton of money to make this copycat piece of crap looking phone make it have like a highest score on DxO.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If this shit skyrockets to the top of DxO, that would be the greatest thing ever to happen at DxO.
Okay. If they sell more than 15 of these, I'm gonna be impressed.
Who makes that phone?
Some Chinese company.
Yeah.
People, if you look this up online, people are finding like equivalents on AliExpress for like $100.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's selling it for 500, I believe.
So, we've talked about this phone previously on the show. So originally the renders were an iPhone, then it switched to an S25 Ultra in the pictures, I believe it was, or vice versa. Now they're saying here it was meant to launch this month. I mean, we're at the 21st of September. Nothing has happened on that website yet.
Yeah.
Right.
They've rescinded the Made in America claim. And they're basically going to be selling refurbished phones. So the models include the iPhone 15, 14, Galaxy S24, Galaxy S23, but
so
no
it's
prices.
Cheap, it's just an MVNO then. Like
it is.
Is it 47, 48 or
47, something like that? Yeah, I don't
45. 40, it's like the years he was president, 45th, whatever. My thing is I mean, like Boost Infinite offers a plan for $25 a month, unlimited. Like, why? Unless you're a huge Trump fan, that's the only way I can see people jumping all over this. But he has to have the T1. He has to have his own phone because
there has to be a phone in there somewhere that because I mean that's what he basically sold, right? That was what he. So I mean, most of those phones range from like, as it says here, $370 to about $630 in price-wise refurbished. I imagine these are going to be ridiculously priced, or maybe
is he going to do an Escobar? Is he going to pull the Escobar phone? Where he's just going to cover it in gold and say it's a brand new phone? I
honestly think that's what's going to happen here. I honestly feel like that's exactly what's going to happen. Yeah. They're going to sell these refurbished phones with a skin on them, probably from fucking some D brand knockoff. And they're going to sell them for $899 with a plan or outright, or they're going to have a plan that brings the price down, but you're still going to be getting a 1, 2 or 3 year old phone. Now, again, is it really worth, if it's just another MVNO, do we really need, again, to have another one of these in the United States and Canada? Like they're a dime a dozen. Right? Like you can get much better deals. So I don't know, man.
Stop knocking on it. I have my T1 coming. Don't be jealous. I think you're just jealous.
Did you actually pre-order? Because honestly, no, I didn't. Oh my God, I would maybe we should. Maybe that should be something that the Tech Disruptors.
How much is it?
$500. I think that was $499 for that one.
$499, I believe, for the T1.
Okay, so again, I'm gonna go back to Nothing Phone 3 for $500 if you had the IMEI. Would you buy the Nothing Phone 3 or the Trump T1?
Oh, 100% the Nothing Phone 3. I am not buying the Trump
really?
T1, no matter. No fucking way. There's no, it's going to be garbage.
I know, I'm trying to be serious here. Like, come on, give it a shot. It's hard. Yeah.
No.
Now, what if Trump throws in one of his action figures or cards
No, I don't want that. I want a custom skin. If it's an Android phone, I want it to be orange like his hair. I want the ringtone to be him saying ring, 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 ring. Like, that's what I want. If I'm going to fucking get a Trump phone, that's exactly
I don't want to get political, but could you imagine the skin being like an Epstein skin? Like, that all controversy thing? Like the picture of them, that all the protesters. That's as far as I want to go. I'm done.
Yeah.
Anyways, but you know what? He's trying something. I think if you're a fan, you're going to jump on it. Honestly, that's
100%.
He sold a book, a Bible, I should say, shoes, coins. I mean, he sold everything, and he's making. What was that?
What can he sell?
He could sell a ketchup popsicle to a girl in a white dress. He could. A woman.
Okay, now let's move out of the world of phones for just a second. And I'm going to ask Jason this. Jason, do you remember the Moflin? Moflin. We've talked about it previously on this show. I think it might have been during CES back in January, February.
I'm not recalling right now. No.
Android Star, do you know what the Moflin is?
Mm-mm.
So back in CES in January/February, Casio, the company that makes your calculator, toted this AI pet named the Moflin.
Oh, yes, I know.
Yeah.
It was our thumbnail, wasn't it? Our thumbnail?
Yes, it was. It might have been our thumbnail.
Looks weird. Is that a pixel?
Yeah, so she's using a pixel, which is
God.
impressive. I know.
Wow.
So it is coming to the UK and the US, and there were some questions over what happens if you kill it, because it's an AI pet.
Oh my
Let's
God.
ask that question. Jeez.
So $429. It comes with a charging bed, and it releases on October the 1st.
It's actually not a bad idea.
I know, but
No,
what does
really,
it do for $429?
So every
And
single
that
Moflin
is not a bad idea.
has its own personality and changes based on the interactions with the character, with your personality. Someone asked, what happens if it dies? It can obviously come back to life, which is good. But the Moflin has had a successful launch in Japan already. So it's actually proof of concept. It has gone out and people have bought this. Now they're using it. They're saying that it's focus on like it's emotional support for people is starting to build.
Right.
So I think what started out as kind of like a cutesy AI pet is going to be like a emotional support animal.
Do you know what I see
AI
happening
world.
with this? Do you guys remember Moxie,
Yeah.
the
Yes.
robot?
Yeah.
It was way advanced and it was really expensive, but it got killed pretty quick.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't. This is a pet. I know it doesn't have a screen or whatever, but I don't know. I think this kind of stuff is so dime a dozen that people don't trust it. And if you're
Yeah.
going to invest in an AI company that has a pet, would you really want Casio making it?
Well, I mean,
I don't know. I don't know.
they
anything
make
about
good calculators. I mean, they've got, you know,
them. Calculator and AI are two different things.
Good calculators.
Can I show you? I want
There's
to show
Darren's,
you.
Darren's stamp of approval. You want to buy this? Casio makes your calculator.
So I've been looking for the launch video of the Moflin all week, and I managed to find it. And no, it's not Mac and me, Jason. So
I was
no
just,
freaking-
I was about ready to mute you already.
So I want you to have a look at the promo video for the
Are
Moflin.
we going to be
because
copyrighted
it
for
is-
this probably too?
Probably, but it's
Jesus.
no, it's a minute and 40 seconds of the greatest promotional video of all time. This is not made up. This is straight from Casio Japan's YouTube
Okay, Darren,
channel.
before you hit play, is it
Yes.
better than the hippie
Oh,
music,
the-
grass
Sound
music?
thing? That thing was nice.
They're listening to trees.
And he's
Yeah.
like, that's nice.
Yeah.
That was
Is
nice.
this better or worse?
I would say on par.
Oh, great. I can't wait.
Okay.
Get
So
the
this is the
popcorn out.
Moflin Casio AI pet.
After selling out in Japan, we're excited to introduce Moflin globally. A smart companion powered by AI with emotional capabilities that evolve like those of a living animal. Moflin is inspired by small animals, but not based on any specific one. We want each owner to use their imagination. That's why they only have eyes and no other facial features. Their soft warmth and gentle breathing are designed to create a sense of charm and affection. With their own internal biorhythms, Moflin develops a unique
Why would you need it to be
personality over
grumpy?
time and will begin to recognize you, showing gestures of attachment and soft responsive sounds when you're nearby. We focused on making a size that
I
feels
want to pause for a second. I want to go back for 1 second. I know. So I don't know if you saw this part. So you can control, I believe you can control the emotion of the Moflin. Why the fuck would you want it to be grumpy? And what does it act like when it's grumpy?
Okay, so is this the
like-
world we live in where we can't have a real pet or a real interaction with something real? We have to have something fake?
Fake, yeah. That's
I shouldn't say
exactly-
fake. AI is advanced. I get it, but this thing doesn't
Well,
talk.
think about the pros. You don't
There are a
have
lot
to
of
clean.
pros.
You don't have to clean up after it.
True.
You don't have to get people to come walk it or watch it. Trust me, coming from somebody who has 2 gigantic German Shepherds,
Right.
Yeah.
I love those dogs, but they are high maintenance.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
can
but this
imagine
thing-
like little dogs and stuff, but I can see, and then the fact that it probably lasts 10 years.
Actually, go, well, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
the battery probably lasts a long time. But
Until you
it's
shove
like-
it in the closet and forget about it, and then it just
Yeah, it probably, you know, for, you know, if you don't want to have the mess of a pet or the having to take care of it, I could see the pros from it. It's a
Yeah.
little weird when you watch the video because it's like, you know, it's not really
You
a
know what it looks
animal.
like? It looks like a golf club head warmer.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, I was like, did they come take that off my driver? Because
Yeah. That's exactly what it looks like.
Well, and I
it
get
looks-
it. They're trying to like emotional support for a kid who's maybe a little
Yeah.
shy, but
Yeah.
they're showing a girl taking a selfie with it on her shoulder. I mean,
yeah,
Yeah.
but I could see the intrigue and the attraction to it.
Yeah.
I would be interested if they did start selling that here because I know that in the US we're big pro pet. So I don't know if this conflicts with that.
$429 though? $429.
Well, think about like those bulldogs. They cost like something like 10
Thousands of
grand now.
dollars, Yeah.
Yeah, but you buy a couple of these and your dogs get a hold of them. They're not
Oh
gonna
my
be so
God, it's
friendly
game
anymore.
over.
Yeah, it's game
I-
over.
Those are expensive dog toys right there.
Yeah, they are.
I you know what I'm worried about, and this is going to maybe it's the dirty part of my brain kicking in here. I'm worried
Jesus.
that someone would buy that for nefarious reasons.
Ooh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Could you
the
explain in
shape,
detail what you
the-
mean, Darren?
Well, I mean, I think you're just looking at the shape of it.
For $429, couldn't you just, you know?
Yeah, I know. Could you just not buy a sock, like a tube sock?
Well, yeah, not buy this. Yeah.
I mean, in Jason's case, it would be a baby sock, but
Well, whatever. We
yeah,
each their own. It's not about the size.
It is super creepy, but as Michael said in the chat here, I think as an emotional support animal for kids that have anxiety, it's probably a game changer. And for $429, it probably makes a world of difference in a kid's life. I mean, I bought 6 of them, and I'm going to turn them all on at the same time and see if they interact with each other, just for shits and giggles. But the Mouflin, we did talk about it back in February. It is now coming to fruition, October the 1st.
Look at that.
The Mufflin is the beginning of Skynet. We just don't know it.
It is. We just don't know.
Total
Okay.
recall.
It's packing heat. You open up it. You wake up in the morning. It's got a knife to your throat.
Ooh.
You didn't charge me last night. You're dead.
Okay,
Oh.
so let's talk e-reader, digital paper stuff for a second.
What's an e-reader?
Exciting.
Okay, so Mont Blanc, you may have heard of, who are known for being high-end on those kind of things that they sell, leather-bound books and etc. They're coming out with an e-reader, a digital paper accessory, kind of like the Remarkable pad, if you've seen one of those. How much is it going to be, Android Stud? No peeking, no cheating. How
I would
much is a
say-
Mont Blanc digital writing device going to be?
Just to buy it outright,
Buy it outright, no plans.
I would say $399.
Okay, Jason?
Oh, I think they're going to be pushing $1,000. Easily $1,000 for that. It's
Well-
be a leather bound cover probably and everything else.
$905.
So what do I win? For being closest?
$205 for the case.
Showcase.
$205 for the case. So this is the Mont Blanc digital paper. So for those of you who are wondering, this is what it looks like.
It looks really nice. I mean, I'll give
Oh,
you
I mean,
that.
it's
I would probably use that for work.
yeah. I mean,
But can't we
there's
do this on an
applications
iPad?
for it.
For $900 though.
Yeah,
For $900, it's have an
$905.
iPad Pro, and you could do a lot more. Or if you're not an Android guy, you can Samsung.
Get the
Tab
Samsung
11.
tablet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No, it's got a crappy processor.
so here are the details. It's funny. Thank you for bringing that up. So basically, there's not a lot about it. So the in the technology part here, so it's Android.
It's really Android.
For Android, it's an Android device. Yeah. So a 3740 milliamp battery, which is pretty big.
For that, yeah.
64 gigabytes of storage.
Mhm.
And it has a digital pen with a haptic engine over 4,000 level pressure sensitivity. But you don't get a lot of other information. You don't get a processor. You get basically the design, and you get some information about the material. So it's an aluminum design, as you can see here in the photograph.
Like I said, it looks really nice.
It looks beautiful, but is it worth it? How much?
Here's
is
what I'll say,
remarkable?
Darren. You know, these companies, these expensive companies, try to like what was it? Red made the Red One, the phone, and they're expensive cameras, but the phone died. So if you want a piece of history, wait till Montblanc struggles to sell these. And get it for like $100. It might not work, but hey, at least you got your hands on one, you know?
Yeah.
Remember the Razor phone? That was a cool phone.
Oh yeah,
those the
Razor phone.
The front firing speakers.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
shittiest battery and
who
processor
they buy.
of all time.
They bought what was the company they bought?
Oh, Nextbit Robin.
Oh my God, the Nextbit Robin was a great device.
Yeah.
Interesting design. Yeah. Anyway,
on my other Instagram account, Pixel Peepers, pixel.peepers, in case you're wondering, I've been posting photos from different smartphones I've had over the years, and there is one. I think it's the Nextbit Robin is on there as one of the photos.
Wow, you even have photos from one of those phones.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Montblanc coming out hot out of the gate with this $200. I want to see the case. Can I just go back for 1 second? What the fuck is the case made out of that it's $200?
Titanium.
It's probably leather.
This is it.
Doesn't look leather. It doesn't look
It doesn't look leather at all. It looks like
well, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, let's look.
That case should be $49 the most.
Well, it probably cost about $13.
Okay, it's split calfskin with Saffiano print. Okay, so maybe it is a little fancy. So, but I mean, $200.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy one of these, and I'm going to buy all the different color cases, like 4 or 5.
You should definitely do that. You should definitely do that. Yeah.
Could you imagine spending like
the video with your Trump phone? There you go.
That's exactly right. That's a perfect companion. Yeah.
A Trump phone and a yeah. I don't know if those are perfect companions or not, but
yeah.
Jesus.
All right. Can we talk smart devices for a second? So a company that makes some pretty popular smart devices is doing something a little bit odd with their line of fridges. So you might know this company, Samsung.
Never heard of them. Okay.
They're bringing ads to their smart fridges. So they're going to be slipping in these video ads to the front of your refrigerator as a way of, I guess, making some money. So
it's kind of genius if you think about it, because a lot of these new smart fridges have like cameras on the inside, so you can see what you're missing and what you can make a list. Think about it. You're running out of. I don't drink almond milk, but Darren does, so he drinks like whatever brand almond milk is, and they can have they can show him an ad for a certain brand of almond milk, and he'll be like, "Oh, I need some anyways. I'm gonna."
You're terrible.
I drink oat milk, buddy, not almond milk.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Not goat milk, bull milk, right? You drink bull milk.
Bull milk, yes, that's exactly right. Yeah, squeezed straight from the source.
Okay, let's move on.
Now, you want to know what I think they got wrong here? I think they've got wrong the camera being on the outside of the fridge. I always thought this. I want a camera on the inside of the fridge. A camera that tells me, that always sees the inside of my fridge. It can tell me when my milk's getting low, when my apples are going bad.
That's what I was telling you. I think Samsung makes one like that.
Oh, right. Okay.
And they can add it to a list for you. That's what I'm saying. So if you are running low on, I don't know, if you keep your bread in the fridge, like Wonder Bread, they can throw you an ad for, Wonder Bread. And not only will you say, oh, crap, I need that. Or like this drink, like, oh, my God, I'm out of Bud Light. If that's what you drink, whatever.
Yeah. Mr. Rat over heaven just said, just what I needed, more ads when I get a drink at night, which is funny. It's funny because the Tech Disruptors just took out a multi-million-dollar ad campaign to be on all Samsung fridges by 2026.
That'd be great.
So it's just going to be our faces going, got milk, and Jason with a milk mustache.
Right. And then they all proceed to vomit and never eat again.
Again, that's exactly right.
So if you want to lose weight, watch.
Well, we're also partnered up with Weight Watchers because of the irony of our ad there. So you're going to be helping you thing. Michael Peppertech just said here, go to grab a beer. You've been hit by a drunk driver.
Well, okay. So what I know this is something that they've had for a while. The screens, the ads are new. Do any of you guys own a fridge with a screen in it like this?
No.
Is this something you think is a good idea, or is this another way for people to be distracted while they're eating?
Yeah, I think it's just a flex. Yeah. I think it's
It's a
just a flex. Like,
Yeah.
like whoever has this refrigerator is usually somebody that's like, it's because it's probably the most expensive one that Samsung sells.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, and it's just, I don't know, like I don't know if Samsung sells that or LG, but you could write on it.
Yeah.
And then it
It's
erases.
LG.
I think that's kind of practical for, parents when they're trying to keep track of their kids' chores or their homeworks or anything like that. Because they're always going to the fridge. So you could
That's
always
true.
put everything there.
If
Hey,
Samsung had like a
garbage today.
yeah,
you
like
know?
a chore app built into it, and your shopping list right there, you can add to
Shopping
it.
list, chores, calendar,
I
Dr.
can't imagine they
Gamel.
don't have that already. That has to be.
I think
part
they
of it.
do.
It has to be.
I think one of them has a erasable screen that you
Well,
can.
Darren's money bags. He drinks oat milk. So why don't you buy a couple of those and let us know how it goes?
Yeah, I just want a whole fridge full of it. I want one that just comes out like a fucking dispenser, like an ice dispenser full of milk.
Right.
Anyway,
like Idiocracy when they go to the water fountains and it's what do they call
Gatorade?
it? Well, it's not Gatorade, whatever they call it in the show.
Oh shit, that's gonna drive me crazy.
Do you know what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Idiocracy.
No.
It's a movie called
Oh.
Idiocracy. It's so dumb, but it's about how humans get so lazy that
Mhm.
like, everything is done for them, and the world gets super dumb because they don't do anything for themselves
They
anymore.
don't know how to do anything.
Yeah, and it's like the water fountains shoot out like Gatorade.
Yeah. Can we talk probably the coolest thing that came out of this week really quickly?
Yes.
Ray-Ban Meta display.
Can we make these
Ray-Ban-
any cooler?
I know, right?
Hold on. I have a little sidetrack on this because I was one of the beta testers for the Google Glass when they first came out. And those things were odd. Like you could tell you were wearing something. I loved every minute of it. Not because people were looking at me. I just loved the functionality, not having to look at my watch or my phone. Everything showed up at the corner of my, I could look up a little bit. I'm so pumped for these. The problem is that I don't know if it's I think they project onto the lens.
Yes.
I don't know so I don't know if my prescription will be covered, but just the fact that you don't have to look down. Now, MKBHD did a video and he said like you kind of look down to the side a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know if you
I don't
can
know.
see them.
I'm pumped.
in the
Here's the
images.
bad thing about it. It's Meta apps. No
Yeah.
Google Maps, no Google Messages, no Telegram, no it's WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, and then their version of Maps. So it's going to be they're going to have an app store coming out later. The biggest thing is the Neuro Ring. Like I think that's really neat.
So for those of you who are wondering what we're talking about here, so Ray-Ban Meta released a pair of smart glasses last year. Very well received, very popular among the tech crowd. Jason's wearing them right now. Now they released their second generation, which is largely just an iterative upgrade to the ones that are currently out now. But then this one, which is scheduled for early next year, the Ray-Ban Meta display, is also a pair of smart glasses, but they have a small screen that projects on the inner part of the lens that your eye can see if you look at it in a certain way.
And no one from the outside can see it, which is even
No one from
more
the outside
amazing.
can see it. Yeah. Now, what that shows is things like text messages and phone calls and news.
It's a viewfinder. It's a viewfinder for your photos, and you can watch videos on it. Yep.
And it's paired with I guess we call it a smart band. So you wear it on your wrist, and a bit like the Apple Vision Pro, using hand gestures, it allows you to control the apps on the screen and kind of see what's happening. Now, Jason, is this going to be a hot seller?
So here's a complicated thing. Like right now, I can sign up to go to Best Buy and have a demo. I think they hit shelves on September 30th. But from what I've read, you can't just order them online. You actually have to go in store
to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to get like measured or something. Yeah, and I don't know why that is because it's not really either way. $7.99 is a lot of money. I get it.
It is.
But what they're offering, if you can get that in prescription, I don't know. I think
they go on sale the end of this month. Maybe I had that wrong.
September 30th.
Sorry, September 30th. I had that wrong. I'm sorry. I thought it was next year.
What'd you say? I didn't hear what you said.
I said next year, early next year, but apparently
no. I think September 30th is in store. Like you have to get set. I think early next year you'll be able to order them without having to go in person. Maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea. The Google Glass was like, I didn't pay for it, but I think they were like $2,000.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And this does probably this is probably much better. It's got the brand recognition that because the glasses are already been out for a while.
Yeah.
The cameras are decent. Speakers are decent. And
apparently the display too is incredibly bright and vivid. Like you can actually, like it's quite impressive how good the display is on the Vision for your vision. As in like you can see it, but others can't. But
you can still tell it's smart. Like with these, you can kind of tell if you look close, you see a lens, but people don't really notice I'm wearing anything out of the ordinary. With these, you're definitely going to know. But it's still better than Google Glass, which
100%
was kind of an outlier.
Yeah. I'm also curious. Like, I think the band is a good play. Like, I think the last thing people wanted was to be touching the what do you call it? The side of the glasses to control. I think having being able to do it subtly when you're in a crowded room with your band, just, moving your hands is not a bad idea.
The one feature I wish they would have implemented, and I know Google Glass had it, was they had, what was that?
YouTube Play, because that would be incredible.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things. Google Meta only apps is kind of a pain in the ass, but I think I don't know what it was. They had a sensor on the inside looking at your eye, and what I could do is, when I had little kids at the time, I could hold my baby up, wink my eye, and it would snap a picture.
Right,
like you didn't have to use your hands at all.
Yeah,
and I think that's. I mean, it looks awkward, if you're walking, winking at everyone, but it's nice.
You can do it with your voice.
You can, but it's someone's going to know. You know what I'm saying? If you wink at somebody, they're not going to know. I mean, and I'm not saying you want to be secretive. I'm just saying, like, when you have little kids and you're like, hey, Meta, take a picture.
All right, Jason. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the Pixel Peepers website, so I don't know, man, what are you doing with that?
Pixel.peepers. Check it out.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's really super interesting. I think it's a really good move by Ray-Ban and Meta with this one. I have the Oakley ones. I have yet to unbox them. They're literally sitting in my corner of my room here. I haven't had a chance to get a crack at them yet. But
I'm not feeling the need to upgrade to the next iteration of these.
No,
I think I'd rather have something like this, and I still might jump on these. I just don't. The biggest issue is I have a very unique prescription, and I don't think it's going to work with these. That's the downside. Yeah.
All right. Now, last but not least, today, we've already talked a little bit about Nothing today, but they've released their Ear 3, their Buds 3 with super microphone. I have to say it like that because it makes me laugh.
Super mic.
Super mic.
Have you guys seen the videos of this yet and heard the difference?
I haven't.
So it makes a huge difference. Like they have a guy like in a subway and he's talking with just the earbuds and you can hear noise. He picks up the case and holds the talk button. And instantly you can hear his voice, like isolated. It's really cool.
Really?
I just don't, the last ones had the dial on it where you could turn the volume up. I never carry, like when I go for a run, I'm not carrying the case with me. When I go for a walk, I'm not carrying the case with me. So I guess someone made a good point. If you watch TikTok videos where everyone's holding like the wire up to their face and they go, oh, this is my microphone. I think it's so cool. This is something they could do because you can hold it up and it isolates just your voice. So I think with a streamer or a live streamer, this might be something.
That's for that. That's a useful feature, actually.
Yeah, and it sounds good. Yeah, it sounds, at least from the videos I've seen. If with Nothing being they fake their photos, do they fake their audio? I don't know.
Oh boy, I mean, I just think it's an interesting. I like the technology. I'm not a fan, like you said, of like the application, like having to use your case to isolate noise, to click a button. It seems kind of tacky. I mean, they're doing things differently and that's what Nothing does. So I can't fault them for that. I just wish it was like a double tap or like a fucking hold to press on the side or, to really get.
Or,
like something that's a bit more convenient.
Instead of using the case, you mean?
Instead of using the case.
Yeah, so the case is like you can press and like double press and it'll keep the button held for you. But do you guys remember the company Essential?
Yeah.
So when they came out, they didn't sell very well. It was an awesome device. I still have them back behind me. But what they did towards the end, before they went out of business, was they said, hey, did you buy Nothing? Did you buy an Essential phone? Well, you could buy another one for half off. I don't know if you remember this.
I remember that. Yeah.
So, it just kind of crossed my mind, Nothing saying, hey, if you own a previous Nothing phone, we'll give you 300. Do you think they're not doing well financially?
I don't think they are.
Yeah. I don't think they're selling as many as they probably thought they were.
I think they sold many headphones and earphones. Yeah. And earbuds. And I think they sold a good amount of Nothing 1 and 2 because they were something different. But the Nothing 3 might have went too far and not far enough. The design was too
expensive in Canada.
How much was the Nothing 3?
In Canada, it was
$7.99 starting.
Yeah, that's expensive for nothing.
Well, but had it now let me ask you this: if it was $500, $600, I think it would have been right where it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I think so.
The flip side of that is, like they said, we're not Samsung, we're not Apple. We can't, mass produce phones and take a cut. Like Amazon can sell a book for $3 because they buy it in so much, like the material. And that's nothing's argument, and I get it.
Yeah.
But consumers don't care; they want the best price. And I think if you own an older one and you can get it for $500, I think it's a steal. Not for $7.99 or more. I know it's off the topic, but I just got thinking about that. I'm like, Essential went out of business, giving away their phone half off, and that's essentially what Nothing's doing. And I think Nothing actually bought some of the Essential. They bought the trademark.
Their team, I think. Yeah,
they bought the whole thing.
Well, hopefully no sex scandals come out next, like Andy Rubin had.
Oh,
where is Andy, man?
He disappeared. Right, he was smart. He goes, I made my money. I sold my shit.
Yeah. Well, listen, the one thing you don't get when you listen to the Tech Disruptors podcast, you don't get nothing. You get a lot. And
sure.
You get something.
Every Sunday we're here.
And it's free.
It's free. Exactly. And you know what's also free? Hitting that like and subscribe button. So for those of you who enjoyed today's show, please do so on YouTube. Hit that like and subscribe button. Check out Android Stud. Check out 2&A Tech on YouTube as well. They are doing amazing things with their channels. OneCutReviews.com, which is my thing there. But we are also
my thing there.
My thing.
That's where I sell my oat milk.
That's exactly right. Send me cases of oat milk if there's any oat milk people are listening. But we're also on Spotify, Good Pods, YouTube Music, anywhere you find amazing podcasts. And again, this is a labor of love. We love doing it. We love bringing you these stories. So thank you very much, Android Stud, Jason. Thank you very much for being here today. We will be back same time next week, 4 p.m. Eastern, to bring you everything tech related. So on that note, thanks very much for listening, and we will catch you